Got belly fat? This bitter tonic empties your fatty liver. The persistent struggle with stubborn belly fat is a deeply frustrating experience many people intimately understand. You've diligently cut out sugar, meticulously followed a low-carb eating plan, and even committed to walking after every meal. Yet that intractable bulge around your midsection refuses to budge. It's a common scenario, leaving individuals feeling defeated and questioning their efforts. What if the fundamental premise of your battle against this unwanted fat has been misguided? What if the true adversary isn't your stomach, nor a lack of willpower, but an organ often overlooked in the popular discourse around weight loss and metabolic health? The surprising truth is that the root of the problem frequently lies with your liver. In the following discussion, a simple yet profoundly effective $2 bitter morning drink will be unveiled. This tonic, which can be prepared in a mere 60 seconds, is designed to reactivate your liver, empowering your body to finally shed that stubborn, dangerous, visceral fat. It comprises just 3 readily available ingredients, all of which are keto-friendly and remarkably inexpensive, making it accessible to virtually anyone seeking a genuine solution. Not only will the precise components and preparation method be detailed, but also a clear roadmap of what to anticipate from week 1 through week 2 of incorporating this powerful ritual into your daily routine. However, before delving into the specifics of the drink itself, it is crucial to first grasp the underlying mechanism of its action. For once this fundamental understanding is solidified, it becomes an unforgettable piece of knowledge that can revolutionize your approach to health. Your liver, an organ often relegated to a secondary status in discussions about bodily functions, is in fact the most unsung hero of your internal landscape. Performing an astonishing array of over 500 distinct tasks, it acts as the body's primary detoxification center, relentlessly filtering out harmful toxins that bombard us from our environment and diet. Beyond this critical role, it plays an instrumental part in maintaining hormonal balance, a delicate equilibrium that impacts everything from mood to energy levels. Furthermore, it is a key regulator of blood sugar, preventing dangerous spikes and crashes that contribute to insulin resistance and chronic disease. Yet, among its myriad responsibilities, there exists one particular function that rarely receives the attention it deserves. A function profoundly relevant to the predicament of visceral fat. Your liver is the ultimate arbiter of what happens to the fat stored within your body. When your liver is operating optimally, in a state of health and efficiency, it proficiently breaks down fats, converting them into usable energy that fuels your cells and keeps your metabolism humming. Conversely, when the liver becomes congested or impaired, its ability to process fat is severely compromised. Instead of breaking it down, it begins to store it, specifically accumulating it right in the abdominal cavity. This, precisely, is the insidious nature of visceral fat. It is not merely superficial belly fat, the kind you can pinch. Visceral fat is deeply embedded, wrapping itself around your vital organs, and its presence is a potent driver of chronic inflammation throughout the body, a primary contributor to insulin resistance, and a precursor to virtually every other metabolic disease that individuals desperately strive to avoid. The alarming prevalence of this condition underscores its severity. According to a significant 2024 study published in the prestigious journal The Lancet, a staggering nearly 1 in 3 American adults is afflicted with a fatty liver. This means a substantial portion of the population carries this silent burden, often completely unaware, as most of them experience no overt symptoms, and regrettably, many of their healthcare providers have never even conducted tests to screen for it. To truly understand the implications of a fatty liver, it helps to visualize its state through a simple yet powerful analogy. Envision your liver as a kitchen sponge. A healthy, pristine kitchen sponge is remarkably efficient. It readily soaks up water, effectively cleans surfaces, and can then be effortlessly wrung out, leaving it clean and ready for its next task. Now, contrast that with a clogged sponge, one that has absorbed years of grease, oil, and grime. This kind of sponge becomes heavy, greasy to the touch, and fundamentally useless. It can no longer effectively absorb or release anything. Your liver operates in much the same fashion. Decades of consuming modern dietary staples, ubiquitous seed oils, excessive amounts of added sugars, and a constant influx of highly processed foods gradually transform your once healthy liver into this equivalent of a greasy, overburdened sponge. This compromised liver can no longer efficiently wring out the fats it processes. Consequently, instead of being broken down and utilized for energy, that fat becomes trapped within its tissues, unable to be released. This internal impedance forces your body to find an alternative storage solution, and it readily deposits this excess fat in the most convenient place, around your internal organs, manifesting as stubborn, visceral belly fat. This is precisely why, despite your most valiant efforts to eat cleanly and make healthy choices, your belly simply refuses to diminish. The fundamental truth is that no matter how immaculate your diet, if that internal sponge is clogged and unable to perform its essential function, then nothing truly can effectively move or change. The profound inefficiency stemming from a clogged liver is further compounded by a critical detail that often escapes the attention of most individuals. Your liver does not possess the inherent ability to break down fat purely by itself. It relies on a specialized, potent fluid known as bile. Think of bile as the body's natural dish soap for fat. To truly appreciate its importance, consider the common kitchen experience of trying to wash a greasy pan with nothing but cold water. It simply won't work effectively. The grease will stubbornly cling to the surface. To properly emulsify and remove that greasy residue, you absolutely need soap. In the intricate metabolic machinery of your body, bile is that essential soap. When your bile flows freely and efficiently, it effectively emulsifies dietary fats, breaking them down into smaller, more manageable particles that can then be absorbed and utilized for energy. This smooth process leads to a noticeable increase in energy levels and, critically, a reduction in that persistent belly fat. However, when your bile becomes sluggish, either due to an overburdened liver, a compromised gallbladder, or insufficient stimulation, the entire fat processing cascade grinds to a halt. Nothing works as it should. Herein lies the truly remarkable and often overlooked aspect of this mechanism. Groundbreaking research, specifically a 2023 paper published in the esteemed journal Cells, definitively demonstrated that bitter compounds, the very ones you perceive through your taste buds, not those encapsulated in a pill, possess the extraordinary ability to trigger the release of bile within a matter of minutes. The sensory pathway is surprisingly direct. Your tongue registers the bitter taste, sending an immediate signal to your brain, which in turn prompts your gallbladder to release its store of bile. As bile begins to flow, fats are efficiently broken down. This is not a novel discovery, but rather a reinstatement of ancient wisdom. For thousands of years, long before the advent of modern processed foods, our ancestors, our grandparents, and our great-grandparents instinctively incorporated something bitter before every meal. Whether it was wild dandelion greens, peppery arugula, or a small dash of vinegar, these bitter elements served a crucial digestive purpose. In our modern pursuit of ever sweeter palates, we have systematically eradicated bitter foods from our diets, and consequently, we now find ourselves questioning why our metabolisms are broken. This fundamental principle, while deceptively simple, is not rocket science. It is, however, incredibly robust and powerful science. Now let's turn our attention to the simple yet effective creation of this transformative morning tonic. The entire process requires just 3 ingredients, takes a mere 60 seconds to prepare, and costs approximately $2 in total for a single serving. That's it, an accessible solution to a pervasive problem. The first essential component is dandelion root tea, while the precise method for brewing this was detailed in a separate video linked for your convenience. The core requirement is simply the tea itself. Dandelion root serves as the primary bitter herb in this concoction. It is, in essence, the engine that drives the entire drink. Dandelion root boasts a storied history, having been utilized for thousands upon thousands of years across various traditional medicine systems for its remarkable liver-supporting properties. Modern scientific inquiry has consistently validated this ancient wisdom. A compelling 2017 study, for instance, unequivocally demonstrated that dandelion root directly stimulates the production of bile, thereby enhancing the liver's capacity to process fats. When selecting your dandelion root tea, it is imperative to choose a product that contains no added flavors or sweeteners. The goal is pure, unadulterated dandelion root. You can either purchase it in bulk, as demonstrated in the aforementioned video, or opt for convenient tea bags. Crucially, ensure that your tea is steeped to a robust strength. The desired outcome is a distinctly bitter taste. This is the entire point of the drink. If the tea tastes bland or unremarkable, it signifies that it hasn't been steeped long enough. Should you be using tea bags, an effective adjustment for your next preparation would be to use 2 tea bags instead of 1 to achieve the necessary potency. The second key ingredient, adding another layer of digestive stimulation, is fresh lemon. Squeezing half a fresh lemon into your dandelion root tea introduces a second powerful bitter signal. Beyond its citrusy tang, the oils found in the lemon peel are particularly adept at stimulating digestion even further. For those seeking maximum benefit and convenience, a preferred method involves blending whole organic lemons. This technique allows you to incorporate the beneficial compounds found not only in the juice, but also in the pith and peel. After blending, a small amount of organic lemon juice can be added to achieve a pourable consistency. This mixture is then poured into silicone molds and frozen, creating ready-to-use lemon ice cubes. One of these frozen cubes can then be dropped directly into your tea, providing a refreshing chill. A particularly welcome addition for those who prefer a cold drink first thing in the morning. When considering this approach, it is absolutely vital to use organic lemons. Conventional lemons are frequently sprayed with pesticides in quantities that are truly astonishing, and these chemicals are absorbed into the peel and pith. If organic lemons are not accessible, a crucial alternative is to utilize a baking soda wash trick. A video detailing this method is also linked for your reference to effectively remove pesticide residues from conventional produce. The use of organic lemon juice to achieve the correct blending consistency is also emphasized, but the fundamental message remains: prioritize fresh lemons. They contain powerful enzymes and a more potent bitter profile than most bottled juices. Therefore, whether you opt for freshly squeezed lemon juice or the convenience of the frozen blended cubes, ensure you are harnessing the full, fresh power of the lemon. The cubes are particularly advantageous in warmer months, as they transform the hot tea into a cool, invigorating tonic. Once your tea is ready, and if desired, a lemon cube has been added, you proceed to the final, often surprising ingredient. The third and final ingredient, which frequently raises eyebrows, is 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. The reaction is common. Hold on a second, you're suggesting I put oil in my tea? The answer is an emphatic yes, and the reasoning behind it is absolutely critical to the drink's effectiveness. Your gallbladder, the small organ responsible for storing and concentrating bile, will not release its precious digestive fluid until it perceives the presence of fat. This is the crucial trigger mechanism. Therefore, the strategic combination of a genuine, potent bitter signal from the dandelion and lemon paired with a small, carefully measured dose of healthy fat from the extra virgin olive oil acts as a powerful command to your gallbladder. It tells it to actively dump a significant amount of bile into your gut. What this effectively means is that you are quite literally training your bile ducts and gallbladder to resume their optimal flow and function. After adding the olive oil, give the mixture a good stir. It is perfectly normal and indeed expected for a thin, slightly oily layer to appear on the surface of your tea. This is precisely how it should look. A crucial directive must be reiterated. Under no circumstances should you add honey, sugar, or any artificial sweetener to this drink. The entire efficacy of this tonic hinges on its bitterness. Sweetness, while palatable to many, directly counteracts and essentially kills the vital bitter signal that initiates the fat digesting process. It might be challenging to hear, but the first few sips will undeniably be bitter. However, a fascinating physiological shift occurs over time. By week 2, many individuals report not only tolerating, but actually beginning to crave the drink. Your body possesses an inherent wisdom. It instinctively recognizes and desires what it needs to function optimally. To help you assess the immediate impact of this bitter tonic, here's a quick self-assessment you can perform at home. After consuming your first cup, within approximately 20 minutes, pay close attention to 2 distinct sensations. Firstly, do you notice a subtle warmth in your stomach, almost as if a small internal furnace has just been gently ignited? Secondly, do you experience a feeling of being less bloated than you typically are? If your answer is affirmative to either of these observations, it serves as a clear indication that your bile is beginning to move and circulate within your system. Should you not perceive any immediate changes on the very first day, there is absolutely no cause for concern. For some individuals, especially those whose livers have been significantly challenged or in a state of poor health for an extended period, it may require up to a full week of consistent daily use for the liver to truly wake back up and respond. Feel free to share your experiences in the comments section below. Your feedback is genuinely valued and read. Now, let's outline the precise protocol for integrating this drink into your daily regimen. The ideal time to consume this tonic is first thing in the morning, on an entirely empty stomach. This means before your morning coffee, before any food, and definitely before any other beverages, apart from plain water. Prepare the drink as instructed, and then sip it slowly, deliberately, over a period of about 10 minutes. This unhurried consumption allows the bitter compounds to fully engage your taste receptors and initiate the necessary signals. Following consumption, it is crucial to wait at least 30 to 45 minutes before eating anything, if you choose to eat at all during this morning window. This strategic gap is where the true magic unfolds. During this period, your liver and gallbladder are given the uninterrupted opportunity to perform their vital work, releasing bile and initiating fat breakdown without being immediately challenged or diverted by the arrival of new food. Commit to this ritual every single morning for 14 consecutive days. That is the entire protocol. Try it for 14 days and observe the profound changes that unfold within your body. Let's explore the week-by-week progression of what you can realistically expect from this 14-day protocol. During week 1, specifically days 1 through 3, some individuals may experience a mild sensation of nausea on the very first morning. This is a normal, albeit temporary, response as your body adjusts to the sudden stimulation of bile flow. Should you encounter this, a simple adjustment for the following day is to reduce the amount of olive oil by half a tablespoon. By day 4 or 5 of week 1, you will likely notice a significant and welcome change. Your persistent morning bloating will begin to noticeably diminish or even entirely disappear. Concurrently, your bowel movements will become more regular and consistent, signaling improved digestive function. Some people will also observe that their skin appears clearer and more radiant, a visible manifestation of your liver beginning to effectively process toxins and awaken to its full capacity. As you transition into week 2, one of the most significant and profound shifts you will experience is a remarkable surge in morning energy. This isn't the artificial jolt provided by caffeine. It's a genuine, sustained vitality that allows you to function optimally without relying on constant coffee consumption just to get through the day. Then, as you reach days 10 to 14 of the protocol, a truly exciting development often occurs. Your pants will begin to feel noticeably looser, particularly around your midsection. This isn't merely a temporary reduction in water retention. It signifies that the stubborn visceral fat, the very fat that has resisted your previous efforts, is finally starting to mobilize and be metabolized by your reawakened liver. It is crucial to approach this with honesty and realistic expectations. This bitter tonic is not a magic bullet. While incredibly potent and effective, its power is maximized when integrated into a lifestyle that already embraces foundational health principles. If your daily diet still predominantly consists of ultra-processed foods, an abundance of sugary treats, or a continuous intake of junk food, this drink is unlikely to yield significant results. The reason is straightforward. You would be continuously introducing the very substances that this tonic is designed to help your body eliminate, creating a perpetual uphill battle. This drink functions optimally as a multiplier, amplifying the benefits of an already healthy eating pattern. It works best when paired with a diet rich in real, whole foods, nutrient-dense eggs, quality meats, a diverse array of fresh vegetables, and beneficial healthy fats. It is a powerful tool to enhance your existing strategy, not a replacement for a sound nutritional foundation. Furthermore, it is important to understand its relationship with other vital health practices. If you are already taking a high-quality probiotic such as inner soil or regularly consuming probiotic-rich foods like a probiotic yogurt like Inner Vitality, please continue to do so. This bitter tonic works synergistically with your gut health initiatives, not as a substitute for them. A robust, healthy gut microbiome and a clean-running, efficiently functioning liver are, in essence, the two indispensable pillars upon which the restoration of a flat, healthy belly is built. Before concluding, a few critical considerations and disclaimers must be addressed. If you have previously undergone a cholecystectomy, meaning your gallbladder has been surgically removed, it is imperative to adjust the olive oil dosage. In this instance, you should start with just a teaspoon of olive oil rather than a tablespoon. This modification is necessary because without a gallbladder to store and concentrate bile, your body's ability to release a large bolus of bile in response to fat is diminished. If you currently have active gallstones, it is absolutely non-negotiable to consult with your doctor before embarking on this protocol. Bitter herbs, by their very nature, stimulate bile flow and can cause gallstones to move. While this can be beneficial for smaller stones, if the stones are too large, their movement could potentially lead to serious complications or blockages. Similarly, if you are currently taking blood thinners or any form of liver medication, a thorough discussion with your healthcare provider is essential before incorporating dandelion root into your regimen. Dandelion is known to interact with certain prescriptions, and your doctor can advise on any potential contraindications or necessary adjustments to ensure your safety and well-being. As asserted at the very beginning of this discussion, the stubborn accumulation of belly fat is not merely a cosmetic concern or a problem confined to your stomach. It is, at its core, a profound indicator of a liver that is struggling and overburdened. Now, you possess a comprehensive understanding of the intricate physiological mechanism at play, the precise composition of the simple yet powerful bitter morning drink, and the exact protocol for its consistent implementation. 3 humble ingredients, a mere $2 investment, and just 60 seconds of your time each morning for 14 transformative days. That is all it takes to embark on this journey toward a healthier liver and a leaner midsection. If this detailed explanation has provided you with clarity and a path forward, please consider hitting the subscribe button as you depart. This simple action signals to YouTube that this content is valuable, prompting the platform to send you future videos that align with these principles of natural health and metabolic optimization. And mark your calendars, because coming soon, you will discover the 3 specific foods that are incorporated into a daily routine, quietly working in the background to heal a fatty liver while you simultaneously engage with this potent bitter tonic. These foods are not only incredibly affordable and easily found in any grocery store, but one of them is something you are highly unlikely to anticipate at all. For those who wish to revisit the step-by-step instructions for brewing the dandelion tea, a linked video is available for your convenience. Furthermore, another valuable strategy for supporting your liver health is detailed in the content accessible below. Stay healthy, commit to cleansing your liver to effectively lose that stubborn belly fat, and anticipate further insights in the next video.